Good afternoon, my name's Tom. I'll be doing a virtual walkthrough on your new Cougar, and we'll start here on this side of the unit where I have your awning out. Your awning is a shade awning. It's not for inclement weather, so if it starts to storm or the wind blows, bring it in. That way you'll save yourself an expensive repair bill. If you want to get a better shade control, you can pull down this knuckle and that will lower the awning on each side, one side or the other. Located up front, it's a nice big storage area, and then on the sides is where your LP tanks will go. So we come on around, you'll see your battery compartment and your spare tire storage compartment. You also have a battery disconnect up here in the upper right hand corner, so when you're in storage you'll want to disconnect that and save your battery. You also have docking lights in the front, which I just turned off, and as we come on around, this is the other LP storage tank location. So come on around, you have your level up system here, and all you have to do to level up your unit is to turn it on. Once it's off of your tow vehicle, you can push auto level and it will start to level. So it's going to level the front landing gear first, and once that is raised, then it will lower the rear jacks, which are located here behind the back tires. So once it's level, it will show you as it's leveling that red light is what they're working on, is the rear levelers, and once it's completely level, it will the green light will go solid and it will say a level up is successful. The other side of your storage area, and then your service panel here. Up here you have external shower, and there's a sprayer on the other side that hooks up to that, and then your water heater bypass is off. Your water heater is not charged up per your request, and then also the winterization port is here. So you could put a hose in this, put it in your antifreeze bottle, and suck the antifreeze through your system as it goes through that port. Down below that is your city water connection, and you'll hook a water hose up to that. It's a good idea to have a pressure regulator to keep it at 55 pounds inside at all times. Below that is your tank flush. Once you've dumped your black tank, and that hookup is here, your black tank pull is here, and then your gray tank pull is there. This gray tank pull underneath is for your kitchen sink. So once all that is drained and the meter inside shows that your black tank still has something in it, it means there's something caught on the sensors. Then you can hook a hose up to the tank flush, make sure the black tank pull is open, and then you can start the water running through the tank flush port, and that will clean out your tank. Behind that is your water heater. Your water heater is gas or electric. The electric element is here, and to turn it on you go inside and push a button. The gas element is here, and to turn it on, the same thing. You'll go inside and push the button. There is a drain here, it has an anno rod on it. The anno rod is self-sacrificing, and it will let itself get eaten up and take the impurities out of the water. You may have to replace it every few years. Located here is your furnace exhaust. It's a good idea to get a screen for this exhaust to keep mud daubers and little varmints out. So we come on around. You come to your 50 amp service. That 50 amp service cable is all yours, as well as the 50 to 30 that we have plugged into our 30 amp service here. That is yours as well. Located here is your freshwater fill, your onboard tank. We put some water in there to make sure everything's working properly. You just feed it with a regular hose, and that will fill your tank. There's a meter inside letting you know how full that tank is. You do have a ladder to get to your roof, and while we're talking about that, it's a good idea to check that roof every once in a while. What we say every 90 days, or according to how many times you pull it. But as it's being towed, it is flexing that roof. That roof has a seal across the back. You can see the caulking up there, the white, and a seal across the front. Everything that comes up through the roof has Dicor sealant around it. Dicor is a brand name. They make a lot of things for campers. They make this sealant that's non-silicone. Do not use any silicone on that roof. It will eat through the membrane. So we come on around to your entry, and your steps, your Lippert steps. We'll also have your outside speakers, and your outside speakers are water resistant, not waterproof. So don't spray directly into them. You can harm them. They will take rainwater, and they'll take you washing the unit down. So we come on in, you have your in-command system, and to open it up without your phone, you just hit 3 zeros. You can turn your HVAC off and on here. We have the front one on, and then you can lower the temperature or raise it there. Come back to the main screen. You can turn your lights off and on here. They're all on right now. To turn them off, you just simply push the button. Then you also have your slides and your awning. All your slides are out, and to bring your awning in, we just push the button and the awning will come in. The same way with all the slides. As we go back, you have all your settings here. Your battery shows that it's fully charged. Your water pump is now on, but I believe we've drained your water from your onboard tank. The water heater is off. You can light it with gas or electric or both if you wish, but there's no water in it, so do not light it without any water. You'll burn up the elements. Interior lights, you can turn them all off or on here. While we're up here, we'll just come on up to the bathroom. Nice sink. You have the light switch and your GFI in here, and then your toilet is here. If we had water pressure, we would just simply touch the pedal and it would fill the toilet with as far as the bowl you want to fill it, and then afterwards you push it all the way down to flush it. You want to you put your black tank chemicals down the toilet at this point, and before you start camping. Your black tank chemicals will last for about a week. It's a good idea to change them every time you dump, but if you don't dump for a week, you need to add more chemicals or dump and then add chemicals then. You have a fan with a switch here and a knob to open the lid there, and shower door lock. You want to make sure this is locked when you're in tow so that the doors do not slide back and forth. We come into the bedroom. You can hear your ACs on. It is also blowing air through the vents and all the way through the cabin. The ACs will run together or one at a time. You do not want to run them together unless you have a 50 amp service. Anything less than a 50 amp, you should only run one AC. You need at least 30 amps to run one AC and 50 to run two. Light switch here and TV hookup there. Come on out. Have your nice island for your sink and microwave. There's fan and light over the microwave. And your cooktop. Of course, we don't have gas tanks, so we can't test the cooktop, but we did test it before the gas tanks were removed. Your 12-volt refrigerator is here. It turns on with this button, and then you can also adjust the coldness up or down here for the freezer, for the refrigerator there. Your 12-volt refrigerator will run while you're towing. It'll run off your 12-volt on the unit if the switch is not turned off, and it will run off of your truck as well. You do have a nice TV. Picks up a lot of stations here. You'll have to program it when you receive it by just hitting the menu button and scrolling over to channels and then hitting OK. We're on air stations. OK. We come down to auto scan, start scan. It will scan and find every station around here. We usually get about 50 between Dayton and Cincinnati. You also have a remote for your fireplace. Your fireplace has flame adjustment, different colors, and also heat, and then a timer or on-off switch. Below your TV is your radio. It's on as well, and we come to your dinette. Your dinette, of course, has 4 chairs that you want to make sure are tied down when you're traveling, and a tabletop. Also has light switch over and a dimmer with it. A light switch back here for over this part of the cabin. And then this couch makes out into a bed. It makes out into a bed by lifting the cushions, and it will fold out, and then the back folds down to give you the rest of the mattress. The bottom has legs on each side and will hinge back in, and then you'll put your pillows back for your couch. We've pretty much done the walkthrough that we normally do for persons who even come here. If there are any questions once you receive this DVT or go online to view it, don't hesitate to call us. We'll be glad to talk you through anything that you may not have understood. Thank you for buying your unit from Holman.